Coach Sneak Peek live interview. We're coming live from Katie Cook's house here in Kansas City. Thank you all so much for joining in with us tonight. We're going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. Thanks for submitting your questions. And so here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the how did you get started with Beachbody and eventually with coaching, and how long have you been a coach? You guys want me to go? Yeah, okay, just like last time. So I've been a coach. It's been almost 2 years now. I think I signed up in June 2015. I didn't actually start coaching till closer to end of July, August. But I started with Beachbody a while back. My husband and I did P90X. We had always worked out in the gym. We're always very athletic, so we were used to working out. And then we tried P90X and we loved it. Still went to the gym, and then I had my son in 2012. And I hated the idea of working all day. I was working full-time as a nurse and taking him to a daycare and then going back and going to a gym daycare. And so I knew I had to go back to at-home workouts. And I went back to Beachbody because I always thought the programs were the best. So I did that, but over the next 2 years, my weight just went up and down like it always did. I never, no matter how many programs I bought, I never stayed committed to anything. And in April 2015, I hit my low. I was borderline depressed, a binge eating disorder. I didn't fit in any of my clothes, low energy. I was just not a very good, happy, joyful person, even though we had a great life going on. And so I saw my mom's friend who looked amazing. She was in her 40s. She had gotten a completely flat stomach. She had all this energy. Her skin looked great. She was glowing. And I was like, what are you doing? And she said she was doing the 21-day fix and Shakeology and being part of a challenge group. And I thought, well, I'd done Beachbody workouts, so I didn't think it'd be that much different. But I had never tried Shakeology, even though I wanted to, and I have never done an online support type group, because I thought I could do everything on my own, like all of us moms think. Yes. So I said, okay, well, what I'm doing is not working, and I'm desperate, so I'll do it. So I jumped in. I did the 21-day fix extreme. I lost my 15 pounds in 2 rounds. All my clothes fit again. My skin started glowing. My IBS that I had completely cleared up. After I drank the Shakeology every single day and committed to the nutrition plan. And I fell in love with the online group support community. That was where all the magic happened. And that's when I started to say yes to coaching.
Yeah, awesome. I guess I'll go next. Just go in order. So I started coaching. It's been about a year since I started this whole journey. Before I decided to jump on board with coaching, I've always loved working out. For a long time, I've been into healthy eating. I've been pretty healthy for a while. I studied health promotion in school. I used to teach group fitness classes and do personal training, and so I've kind of done the whole thing for a while. And then I got married about 9 years ago. Has it been 9 years? Yeah. So right after I got married, I found out that I had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and a thyroid disorder, and just a bunch of health issues started arising. So over time, 2 years ago is whenever it kind of finally hit the worst, but over time these things just started building up. I started getting adrenal fatigue. Finally, my adrenal glands just pooped out. I had adrenal failure. I was feeling awful. I couldn't work out anymore because my doctor said I had to take a break. So then I got really discouraged because I hadn't been able to work out for about 6 months or something, which is the longest I'd ever gone without working out. I was still eating kind of healthy, but I just felt awful. And that's around the time that I started seeing Diana just share her journey on social media and on Facebook. And I went to high school with Diana. So I was just kind of watching, just checking out what she was doing. And she was getting all toned and looking healthy. And
she was stalking.
Yep, I was stalking her, but not saying anything because, not commenting or anything like that because, just had to watch. But I didn't want to didn't want to get too into it. I was just oh, what's she doing? Then finally Diana reached out to me about boot camp or about a challenge group, and I was I don't know, maybe. So at first I was still kind of hesitant because I felt maybe the at-home workout programs wouldn't be hard enough, which is such a dumb thing because as soon as I finally started, I started with Hammer and Chisel, and it was the most legit program I've ever done. It was much harder than any workouts that I've ever done. I got the best results I've ever had. And then Shakeology was a huge component. It helped me so much. The rest was just history, the accountability and just connecting with all these other women, these girls and so many other women. And just having that encouragement every day, helped me get motivated again after my slump. And yeah, then I just we'll talk more about that later because it's one of my other things I'm going to talk about. But yeah, sorry. So anyway, then I decided to jump on board with coaching like almost immediately because it was such a good experience. And at first I was just going to do it like for the discount, but then I ended up loving it, so I jumped right in. So that's how I got started.
I got started, it was like March of 2015. I had just had my daughter. I had back-to-back pregnancies and wanted to get healthy. I was in a kind of low spot, just kind of those post-baby blues, a little bit of depression, anxiety, just about how I was feeling. I wasn't myself. I didn't feel like myself. I felt unhealthy, unhappy, felt like I was failing in all aspects of life. And just wanted to take back control of that and change things. And I also had like a toddler to feed, and I wanted him to, grow up eating healthy foods. I grew up in a very meat and potatoes family, like corn was a vegetable. So a friend of mine had told me about 21 Day Fix home workouts. And at that point, I didn't even know anything about Beachbody. I didn't know it was a company. She just told me about these great home workouts. And I was like, okay, I can do that, because I didn't have time for a gym. I didn't have money for a gym. I didn't want to take my kids to a gym. That just seemed crazy to me. So I bought them off Amazon. And when the package came, it was in a box from Beachbody. And that's the first I ever heard of Beachbody. I'm like, that's a weird name. And I opened it up, and it was, there was a meal guide with it, which was actually like what I was searching for. I had tried a pretty expensive personal training program before. I had my daughter. Actually, I was pregnant when I was doing the program, and it was about $600 for like 6 sessions. And why I went to this person was because I wanted her to tell me what to eat, and I didn't get that. They gave me a piece of paper and said, "Here's a list of foods. You need to weigh them." And I'm like, that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. The workouts were great, but it wasn't for me. I needed real nutritional guidance. I'm embarrassed to say, but I didn't eat my first salad until I was in high school. And I was like, this is great with the runny ranch. Like, why didn't my mom
salads are awesome.
Yeah. But so I really just wanted to dive into the nutrition, and that's what it was for me. I did okay on my own. I had a little bit of weight loss, but I had a really hard time staying committed. Summer came, and that just comes with the barbecues and the lake and the parties and beer and so I fell off track. And later that summer, it was probably July, we were at a barbecue or something, and I'm friends with Diana, and she looked great, and she was telling me about 21 Day Fix, and I'm like, well, I have that. Like, can you help me? And she's like, actually, I just joined this like online boot camp, and yeah, you should join. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cheesy. I don't know. But she just told me about like what it was with the clean eating, like education. I'm like, yeah, I could use that. So I did sign up for the boot camp, and it was my missing link. It was key to my success. The accountability was exactly what I needed, and everything I learned, stuff that I had no idea anything about health or fitness. So I learned everything like in that first boot camp. Mm-hmm. I was hooked instantly, and that's just my story. Yeah. I fell in love.
That girl that told you about 21 Day Fix, is she a coach?
She, I think, used to be. But
before because I think it's so funny like how easy it is to tell people about products that you love until you like start to represent them, and then all of a sudden you're scared to. But and then you went to Amazon, and it's the same price.
I didn't know that I could have bought it.
It's the same price on the website or through a coach. But anyways, I'm not gonna get off track. Okay, so next, what exactly is the Beachbody coaching opportunity? So and that's something none of us, I don't think, had ever heard of. I think we all knew about Beachbody and the programs. We didn't know you could actually create a business with it. So basically, Beachbody came about years back. 2 guys, Carl Deichler and John Congdon, they started to see the need for at-home structured fitness programs instead of just random DVDs now and then. They saw that people weren't able to make it to the gym as much as they were. Gyms were getting more expensive. Personal trainers, nutritionists, all of that was starting to add up, and people weren't being able to afford it. But the obesity epidemic was rising and rising and rising, so there had to be something. So then they thought, well, why don't we pair up with personal trainer nutritionists and develop our own programs people can do at home, minimal equipment, short amount of time. So that's what they did, and they started selling them on infomercials like we see all day long. So they started selling them, and of course they were wildly successful.
people started to purchase them, and they opened up their Beachbody website with message boards, and all the customers could get on and like interact with each other and talk about the programs. Well, they were going to take all the DVD programs and nutrition plans to the retail market to sell them, but they saw all the customers basically selling the products better than they were on infomercials. They were telling the other, another customer they met on the board what program to do next, and they were bringing on friends and family to do these programs without, getting compensated for it. So they thought, why don't we set up a compensation plan for our best customers, the ones who have gotten the best results and who talk about it the most. Let's set up a compensation plan for them, have them be independent distributors of our products, and call them coaches. So that's what they did. So they created a whole compensation plan. So we aren't employed by Beachbody. We just are able to use their tools, their products, everything that they sell. We don't have to mark up any prices. We just simply, our customers can buy it through us instead of the website, and then they get support of a coach. And the cool thing about coaching is that you don't need to have that. You don't need to be rehearsed in fitness and nutrition, because all of that comes with the plan, like Katie was saying. But what we do is we are their accountability partner. We are their cheerleader. And what I have found is that so many of the women and men that I talk to don't have anyone like that in their life. Nobody. They have zero support. And so we are there for them. And our goal is to help them finish the program that they buy instead of just buying this program and it wasting money, just collecting dust on the shelf, which I think we've all done before. And so that's why I think coaching has come so easily for me, is because I'm not selling products. I'm selling like myself and everything that I offer. And each of us have something to offer somebody if you're passionate about helping people. So that's where they came up with Beachbody coaching and how it all got founded. Okay, next question. Let's start talking about the hesitations everyone has and that we had. Katie, let's go to you. I'm on such a tight budget right now. I'm concerned with how much money I'd have to put in to start this.
So whenever I was first going through all this, I was actually staying home with my 2 kids. I had quit my nursing job to be a stay-at-home mom. When they were little, that was really important for me and my husband to be there. So we were on a really tight budget, and we did not have a lot extra. So when I had been previously approached by someone else in direct sales, and the buy-in for that was like $3,000 or something insane. And I'm like expecting to hear that from this opportunity, because I just thought that's what it was. Like, you have to pay money to make money. So I was really surprised to hear that it was basically just the price of buying myself a fitness bundle. So I got like the workout DVDs, the 21-day fixed portion clean eating containers, and my first month of Shakeology, and that also got the initial coach fee waived. So not only did I get all the tools I needed to work on myself and make my health a priority, but I also got, my Coach business account and the coach fee waived, and it was all such a small startup cost that I immediately saw the value in that, and it was just something that I was willing to invest in because I got so much out of it.
Yeah, and you're investing in your own health.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to be said that if you are concerned with price right now at a point in your life, and I totally get with something costs too much and you do not have the money for it, but you should also look at that and say, do I want to be like that the rest of my life? Is this something that can get me out of that?
And that's immediately something that both my husband and I sat down and we're like, okay, well, this is how much we're spending on eating out every single week and going to Starbucks and, just all those little things that weren't adding value to our lives and, getting us to where we wanted to be, like, health-wise. So eliminating all of that, and it kind of evened things out, and we actually save money now just by eating better.
Yeah, I saved money that first month too. And like, what if you could look at your life and cut back on all the stuff that isn't making you healthy and saving you money, invest in a business at the same time, get what you guys do for your whole family to get healthy, and then, start spreading that to other people. So
yeah, for sure.
Shauna, I think you have the next one. So I really don't want to be salesy and push products on all my friends. Totally understood that. Is this something that I have to do to be successful?
So I totally relate to that, because that was like one of my biggest concerns whenever I got started, and actually whenever Diana first approached me about the coaching opportunity, that was like probably my biggest hesitation, because I was like, oh, like I really did love Beachbody. Like, the little that I knew about it whenever I first started, I loved it, but I didn't want to be all about Beachbody and like be this walking advertisement and be talking about Beachbody all the time, and my friends and family want to avoid me because that's all I talk about, and that was my fear. And actually my husband was the one that was like, that's not what it is. This is what you love. You're going to be helping people and encouraging people and helping people get healthier. Why wouldn't you do this? So that's when I decided to jump on board. So no, you don't have to do that to be successful, because first of all, like Diana was talking about earlier, it's funny how when we get excited about something that we use or a product that we like,
restaurant,
restaurant, whatever, you just naturally talk about it because it's added value to your life. So you do naturally do that once you love it. But the thing is all of us, I feel like our whole team is so passionate about truly just helping people and adding value, and just with our posts on social media, it's not, if you look at any of us, any of our pages, it's not all about Beachbody. Sure, of course we talk about Beachbody, we love it, and it's a great program, and it works. It's it's awesome, but all of us try to do everything we can to add value to people's lives anyway, whether it's clean eating recipes or workout tips, workouts to follow, motivation, personal development, so many things. So the thing is if you're passionate about really helping people and encouraging people, you'll do that, and then this will this will be a part of it naturally. Yeah. And then the other part of that was, did I miss a part of it?
No, I think you covered most of it. So basically, it's kind of we don't really just document stock images or sales and links and all that icky stuff. We hate seeing them. We don't want anyone else to have to see them. So we're more about documenting our journey, and it keeps us accountable as coaches. And then that naturally gets people to like and comment on our posts and just start messaging us that way. So.
And I think Diana said this earlier, but it's like she said, it's I'm selling myself. But it's really true. It's we're offering ourselves and what we have to offer, and Beachbody is part of it. It comes along to help get the best benefit or the best results, but we're offering what we can help people with. So it's a lot more than just Beachbody.
Very true. Okay, so this one I guess is for me. I feel like my plate is so full right now. How do you find time to do all of this? So I completely relate to this, even though you guys may not think that now, because I do get to stay home with our son, and I work, my son, and work this full time. But when I started coaching, I was actually working full time, and I was a director of a surgery center that I had started from scratch with surgeons. So I was in charge of everything, all the certification and all of that, hiring people. So I was gone from our house probably 60 hours a week, and it was a very demanding position. On top of that, I'm a mom, so we had our son. I was married, and Brandon, my husband, not only did he work full time, but he did a lot of side jobs, nights and weekends, so he picked up extra work. And then he started traveling for work, so I was a married single mom. And then I was also in graduate school. You guys, I was getting my master's in nursing, and it's freaking no joke. It sucks. But so I was doing all of that. So I'm the last person I think anyone would have expected to take on something like this, because I was already successful in my career and all that. But like I said, I was at a low point. I was wanting to get healthier and fitter and all that. But I also just wanted to feel that passion every day of waking up and doing something that defined me outside of nurse, mom, wife. I wanted to do something for myself that made a bigger impact. So at the time, what I did was I looked at my day and I was okay, what am I really doing now that's working me towards my goals of becoming more healthy, more financially fit, and better relationship with my family? And what's pushing me towards that, and what's taking away from that? So I always said I didn't watch TV. I said I didn't do Facebook. But still, I would get on my phone. I would scroll the Facebook feed. I never commented or posted, but I'd scroll it. I'd scroll IG. I'd scroll Pinterest. I have about 1,000, maybe a lot more than that, pins on Pinterest. I'd get caught up in a TV series now and then, movies, whatever. There were chunks of time during my day, even with how busy I was, that I could still commit to doing something that profited my health and my family. And so that's what I did. So I carved out an hour each day when I was doing all of that to devote to coaching. Sometimes it was over my lunch break, and then it was after I put my son down, and me and my husband just worked out a time for me to work on my business, but also be with him. And this was outside of the hour I devoted to working out, drinking my shakes, and personal development. This was an hour just for my business. And then on the weekends, you know what? I woke up earlier. Sometimes I said no to going out with people, and I focused on building this business and bringing in an income for my family, and it's totally paid off. And now that I'm a stay-at-home mom doing this, the hour a day, it's easier for me now to do massive action days, and we've actually all talked about this. It's easier, you know, to have either go somewhere with Grady where he's entertained, like, I don't know, monkey business or something, and then I can work for like a chunk of time or have someone watch him. So no matter like where you are in your life right now, if it's something that you don't want to keep up with for 30 years and you want to see out of it and you're willing to work hard for 2 or 3 years, you know, and put into this, like, we can help you find those little minutes throughout your day to devote in this.
Right.
So that's kind of how I feel about the time question. I think we could reevaluate your day and try to find somewhere in there and just really think, like I said, if it's not what you want to do forever, if your time right now, if your life is exhausting, it's going to be exhausting doing this too, because it's hard work, but then you're going to be out of that, and it's a way out. So, okay, next, this one goes to Katie. So I'm not even close to my ideal weight, and I don't know a lot about health and fitness. How could I be a good enough coach to someone else?
So that was exactly me. Like I said, I had just had 2 back-to-back pregnancies. My life before babies was nothing health or fitness related. We did a lot of eating out, going out, drinking, partying. We had a lot of fun, traveling. We had a lot of fun, my husband and I, and we still do. But I was never into health or fitness. I would go to the gym with my husband and like do the elliptical for 20 minutes and be like, okay, are you ready? Or like walk around and lift a dumbbell or 2. I just was never into it. It was never my thing. And then after having my kids, of course, I gained quite a bit of weight. I gained 65 pounds with my son and 35 pounds with my daughter. So when it was all said and done, I weighed like 190 pounds. And that really weighed on me. I was really unhappy with myself, that I let myself get that bad. I don't know how to say it. I was just unhappy and disappointed and really in a low spot, was feeling unhappy with myself. So I wanted to change, and that's what I did. Starting this helped me, I guess becoming a coach really kept me accountable, and so I worked really hard on myself. Stuck to the programs to a T, clean eating like 90%, and I got results, following all that. And then that's what I did. I just shared my journey, and because I think I had a lot of weight to lose. Because I didn't know much about it and I was so new at this, I feel like I related to so many people because not everyone is into health or fitness. Like, there's a ton of people out there that are just wanting to start their journey. Like, I feel like there's a big trend right now with, people are finally realizing that not everything that's in our foods is good.
Right.
And people are wanting to get on this bandwagon and wanting to learn more about foods and, better ingredients, better quality, foods that they can buy. So I really just was able to relate to a lot of people. And so things just were really natural.
Yeah.
And I would say, I think, like, you just start, once the programs start working for you, like, you may not realize it, but as soon as you start something like this, you already know more than a person who's never done anything like this. Yeah. So you have stuff to offer on top of what we give you, all of our boot camp posts and meal plans and all that. You get all that from us. Our programs come with everything they need too. So don't ever feel like you're not going to have the tools you need. Really, you just need to be their support person and all of that. Yeah. And another thing you said was cool was that all the people that you related to, and we each relate to different people because we have such different stories. And that kind of goes into the next question for Shauna. It says, I feel like I wouldn't know enough people to do this with me, and I already have some friends who are coaches. How do you find new people to help each month?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, I feel like all of us have like a lot more people that you probably don't realize that you haven't connected with in a long time. Like, that's one thing I found just on this journey that's been really cool, and a part that I didn't expect of it is that I've reconnected with so many old friends that I didn't like. Whenever I first was thinking of my frame of reference was really small. Like the circle in my head was like, oh, I don't have that many people. I don't want to bug these people. But then, like, as you start to share your journey and as you start like reconnecting with people that you haven't talked to in a long time, or like you start finally like paying attention to those the suggested friends that you like didn't pay attention to before, which is really cool because I've like reconnected with so many people. But anyway, first of all, I think that you probably have a lot more than you realize. But also, like Diana was saying, both of them were talking about, like, all of us have such different journeys. We all have different people that we're going to connect with. We all relate to different types of people, and that's what's really cool. Because one thing, like, whenever I started, Diana and I have a lot of friends in common, like, I don't know, like close to 200. So that's something I was worried about. Like, are we going to, like, am I going to hit the same people, or
Right.
Diana already has everybody because she's been doing it. But it's not like that at all. Plus, I feel like our team just really respects that. But it's not like that at all, because all of us want to make sure that we're connecting with like our type of people and the people that will relate to us the most and that we can help the most. So that's really cool, because we just all get so many different types of people and target different audiences. And then also, like with Instagram, like there's hashtags and there's so many ways to grow your audience that way. And actually there's like, we have specific trainings like to help you like learn exactly how to do that. And also another cool thing is that Beachbody actually gives us people too, and like adds to our
That's true.
free leads. Yeah. So like once you like hit your first rank advancement, there's different ways you can earn free leads. But it's really cool because all of us get people added to our back office every week that we have no idea, like they're from all over the place.
So everyone who's going to Amazon and ordering, who's going to the website and ordering, so they want to order through a coach, you're getting a code.
Yeah, right. So people who like order from infomercials or whatever, like get distributed, you know, between all the coaches.
Instead of Beachbody keeping the 25% commission,
so
we get a
really
25%.
Cool.
Like we get it.
So that's awesome too. So so that's
good. Good job, Shauna. Okay. This one's for me. Okay, so I'm not really sure about the whole Shakeology thing. Is it a requirement to be a coach? No, it's not. It is not a requirement. We love it, and I think every single person on our team drinks it. I can't think of anyone who doesn't. And if you're just saying you're not sure about the whole Shakeology thing, then I want you to talk to us or whoever your coach is, and really like they can help you look into it more, because I know I was completely like against it. I never ordered it. I ordered all the like different kinds of protein powders or nutritional powders that were like Shakeology because I didn't want to pay. I thought it was a higher price point, and it is. And then I researched it and realized, well, after I actually drank it, and then I felt amazing. So then I would like sell everything in my closet to drink it every day because I loved it. And then I really researched it, and I'm like, why does it cost more? Where are these ingredients coming from? You know, they're being sourced all over the world, where the farming soil still is rich in nutrients. They still like get vitamins and minerals and everything out of these whole foods that they're putting into this shake. So that is why it's costing a little bit more, because everything that's in the bag we're actually getting. It's not just a protein powder that you're picking up from Walmart just to say you drank a protein shake. That to me is wasting your money. If it's not benefiting you in some way, if it doesn't make you feel better, then why drink it? You know, take the time to prep a whole meal or do whatever. And so that's the first thing I have to say about Shakeology is I want you to look into it more and actually give it 30 to 60 days, drinking it every day. And so let's start there. Next is if you are actually allergic to one of the ingredients in Shakeology, because there are like 70 nutrients, different superfoods in there, you may be allergic to something random like kale and you can't drink it. So then there are other alternatives of supplements that you can use. Like we have the new Performance line, which has been endorsed by the Ironman Association, and it's delicious. Actually, awesome. I love the taste. It's a pre-workout energizer and a post-workout recovery protein that we love. And so there's other options. Yeah. But here is the cool thing about Beachbody. There is zero requirement to purchase products every month. Zero. Other companies, you are required to, and I'm not bashing other companies. I think you need to figure out what you love and then go with that. So if it's makeup, if it's candles or whatever, do that. Ours is health and fitness. So other companies require you to purchase, like, for example, $100 worth of product every single month, and you will not get any commissions from your sales unless you purchase $100 of product. That's not how Beachbody is. The minute you sign up to be a coach, you get 25% commission regardless. You don't have to buy a certain amount of products. You don't have to buy a certain amount to hit the 25%. Like some companies, you only get 10% of a commission until you hit a certain sales mark or buy so many products, and then you get the 25%. It's not like that. You're not going to get kicked out of coaching if you don't buy Shakeology every month.
And there's no requirements to sell anything.
Nothing.
Either.
Nothing. It is like the only requirement that we have as a coach is to pay $15.95 a month. And that gives you an entire Coach online office. And that houses all your customers. It does all your bookkeeping for you. It does customer service, shipping, handling, refunds, training. It has trainings. It has personal development. It gives you all the marketing tools you need. Plus, you get a Beachbody website that's already all set up for you. So that's what that $16 is covering every month. It's all this stuff that business owners have to usually do on their own is included in that $16. So I was going somewhere with this, remember?
Well, and I want to add that our customer service is on point. I've never dealt with customer service like that actually
they
are friendly and actually take care of your needs, and they're like, oh, that's what you need? Like, yeah, that's really easy. We're going to fix this.
So the Shakeology, that's what I was saying. Okay. So the only reason that like you would want to purchase Shakeology or what they call like a certain personal volume amount each month is because there is a reward system for coaches. So you're going to get paid, you're going to get compensated regardless for sales. But if you want to take part of another reward system where we get a monthly prize or the annual trip, like Katie and I just went to Punta Cana that we won because we hit what's called Success Club each month, you do have to be on some kind of auto ship order, which to me was no big deal because I was on Shakeology anyways.
Drink it anyway.
Yeah, and I personally am at the point now that I want to work with people who do want to drink Shakeology unless you're allergic to it or something, because I feel like if you don't believe in that, you're not, like I want you to fully stand by these products, so you're not going to be successful. And I want you to develop your own story and get healthy with it.
Yeah. And like Diana was saying, like once you really look into it, like I actually realized at first I thought it was super expensive, but once I looked into it more, I realized that I was actually paying more before because I was buying a protein shake, I was buying probiotics, I was buying these supplements.
I was too.
So I actually ended up saving money in the end, or at least like equaling out, but getting a better product that had even more of it. So that's pretty awesome too.
That's true. That's a good point. I was the same way. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to get started. How do I enroll as a coach, and what are my next steps, Katie?
So just like I said before, the best value to sign up, and what most of us coaches do, is sign up with a challenge pack. That's the fitness bundle that I was telling you about. That gets you all the tools you need for your own health and fitness journey. Your workout DVDs, or now we have the All Access Pass, which is like Netflix for Beachbody. It has all of our workouts ever made. Plus, they're supposed to be releasing like a new program each month, which so far they've been awesome. And it has a cooking show, and you get access for 12 months, a whole entire year. Also, you can get, some of the packs have the 21-day fix, portion control, containers, and you also get a month's worth of Shakeology. And when you sign up with your Challenge Pack Fitness Bundle, your coach fee is actually waived. So that's another bonus. But a lot of people in here might have already bought a challenge pack. You might be in our boot camps right now, and there is a way for you to pay the initial $40 coach sign up fee, and then we can fill out a form to reimburse you that fee.
So it's still free to sign up. Yeah. As long as you bought a challenge pack, it's completely free. So you're not paying any business expenses to start up. And then after that, they would get an email
inviting you to the
team page.
Team page. We'll add you to the team page, get you introduced to everybody,
to your family.
And it'll also list like step-by-step little quick start guide, how to set up your website, your coaching website. And then we'll also get you added to our online new Coach Academy. And we're just in the works of getting that all set up on our own website, like our own personal website. Right now we just run it in a private Facebook group, but we're tweaking it and fine-tuning that
like
website.
Everything that we've learned and failed at.
We're putting
into trainings just for you, so you can just
but
go
we'll
through
teach
that.
you like step-by-step everything you need to learn and know to be successful.
Yes. And I do have to say, guys, like this is such a great team to join. Like we really do put so much into it because we want you to succeed, and we also want everyone else to succeed on their fitness journeys. Like in our boot camps, like we've like created meal plans and just so many lessons and so many things to just really help people. So like this is an awesome team. You should join it.
Okay, that was it. So the last question, this is for all of us, was what would your life be like if you didn't start coaching? And I would have to say, I think kind of like I was saying earlier, like if I didn't start coaching, I would probably be like fine. I'd be just fine. But that's all I would be, is just fine. I think I would be like in survival mode of getting through the day-to-day grind, working for somebody else, the clocking in and out, even though I was salary, building somebody else's dream, being away from my home all the time, being away from my family, and just like basically working really hard to get a vacation with my family. I felt like that's what I did. Like that was my whole mindset. I would be probably yo-yoing. I don't know if I would probably be down right now because it's almost summer. So I always lost weight right before summer. And then it came back on. I would still be dealing with my binge eating disorder that I had of working on that. I would probably be borderline depressed because I never would have been introduced to personal development. Something that I have never worked for a company that wants you to focus so much on your mind and yourself. I've never dealt with that before, ever. And so I getting plugged into that. But honestly, I think I would just feel, I don't know how to explain it, because I was very grateful for the life that I had before and I loved it. But I also just woke up every day feeling like, isn't there more? Like, isn't there like, you know, like something else I'm supposed to be doing? And that's what coaching has filled for me, was that like little feeling down inside that's like, I think I'm supposed to be doing something else. And I know we're having a great life, but I want an extraordinary life. And I honestly like don't want to think about paycheck to paycheck and bills and saving up a savings account just to have it drained when the car breaks down. And, you know, saving up for 2 years to go on a vacation and all this stuff. Like, I think the fact that now, even if I'm not quite there yet, the fact, well, first of all, that I've been able to leave my job, nursing altogether, which I loved being a nurse, so I didn't even know that I didn't want to be a nurse anymore, but I don't. I want to do this. So being able to stay home with Grady, that's been a blessing altogether. But just the fact that like my husband and I, like we sit and we talk about where we're going to be in a couple years, and it is somewhere that like we've never even imagined that we would have. So I think the hope and the excitement that I have for life now is just, it's amazing, and I am just so incredibly proud of myself for taking this on and being successful with it. And that's just something that, even though no one around me or my family understands what I do, I think that I, like, me and my Brandon and Grady do, and I know they're grateful and I'm grateful, and so I guess that's where I would be.
Goodness, that's like such a hard question, because I feel like it's not hard, it's actually really easy, but it's so loaded. There's so many things. Like I was kind of the same, like not the same, but as far as like I loved my life. Like it's not like I looked back a year ago and I hated my life or anything like that. Like I have an awesome husband, we have 4 kids, like we have an awesome church community, we have lots of awesome friends. Like we had a great life, in a lot of ways, and I was really grateful for it. But for me, like one of the big things is that for so long I've just had my heart has been to, I have such a desire to encourage and challenge women on their health journey and on their spiritual journeys, and that's like something I've wanted to do for a long time. And I feel like just with the busyness of like having 4 kids and just going day to day, like I kind of started to like lose my sense of purpose in a way. Like I know like my kids are the most important thing, and they still are. But I just kind of like lost that sense of like doing more, and I don't know, like I missed that. And so for one, like coaching has been that, because it just like brought that back up. I love it. It's like it just fulfills me. I love being able to help other people. It's a lot of work. Some days like it's crazy trying to fit it in between 4 kids and just the busyness of life, but I'm so grateful for it. And then also like this is kind of humbling to share, but a year ago, like just with a lot of my health issues and different things, like I had pancreatitis and just all these crazy things that like put us in debt, like a lot, like with just medical bills. And so Brian's like been awesome providing for our family, but like we had to go on WIC checks for a while just to be able to like afford, like to be able to get enough groceries for our family. And like I haven't had to do that for a year, which is awesome. Like that's such a huge thing that we don't have to. Yeah, so I'm like, that's huge. And
you said you go to the movies. I remember you saying
like it was so it was like crazy. Like it was a couple months ago, and I like one night decided like I was going to take my boys to a movie, and like we went out to eat and went to a movie, and we couldn't do that like a year ago. It's not like I'm really grateful because like God always provided for us, and like we were okay and we had awesome family, but we like didn't make enough to make it to the end of the month. A lot of times like we had to borrow from my family or just different things, and I'm glad that we had that. But now like I'm able to help provide for our family, and we have money to do like some extra things, and it's just so awesome. It's such a cool thing. And then also I like wouldn't be as healthy because Shakeology has been huge for me. Like as soon as that was another one of the reasons that I kind of decided, it wasn't one of the reasons I first like sought out that, it was more because I watched Diana's journey. But then after I looked into Shakeology, like I took it to my doctor and my endocrinologist and my dietitian and had them look over before I was going to buy it, and all of them were like, yeah, this would actually be awesome for you for your adrenal support and thyroid support. And I still kind of felt like it's probably all hype. But after like a week or 2 weeks into it, my health, like my thyroid issues and my adrenal issues, like I still have them and deal with them, but they got so much better. And I thought it was just my imagination, but it just kept getting better and better. So I'm like so much better off like with my health than I was a year ago. So those are all huge things, like money, health, purpose, like those are like huge things. So yeah, like I would have been okay where I was a year ago, but like it's so much better now. So I'm just super grateful for this opportunity. So yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a sad question for me because I know, I don't want to cry, but I know if this hadn't come into my life, I wouldn't be like me now. I hate crying. I was just in a really bad spot. I was very depressed, lots of anxiety. I felt just like a failure of a mom, a failure of a wife. I hated working 12-hour shifts that turned into 14-hour shifts, and being away from my kids just drove me crazy. Like, I was their mom. I was supposed to be putting them to bed and making them dinner, and so now having the opportunity to leave those 12-hour shifts and not have to do that anymore, spending more time with them, just being present in their lives. And, you know, it's not like about money, but just about like freedom, like doing life how I want to do it. And just overall being happier. Like, I just feel like a better mom and a better wife. So I think that's like the big thing for me. I can't imagine.
Huge. Something that you never expected to come from coaching.
And I never expected to like be into health or fitness, and it's just, I can't imagine my life not being this happy now.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Sorry for the waterworks.
Okay, we're gonna end it with that. Unless you guys have any questions, but I don't think we saw any pop up this time. So thank you guys so much for jumping on with us. And if you have any questions, just leave them below this video in the comments section. You guys have a good rest of the night, though.
Oh, there's one.
We're such a... Aw, thank you, Allison.
Bye,
Allison.
Have a
I'm
good
ready
night.
to message you, girl. Okay, bye.